Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Open your eyes. Lift up your mind. Can you see? Can't you see? Oh people, lift up your mind. Arise and shine. A man will reach goodness by purifying himself. He can only do this by pursuing a process of self-examination and self-analysis. Arise and shine. Remember, darkness ceases only when light is introduced. Darkness ceases only when light is introduced. So ignorance can only be dispersed by knowledge. Selfishness can only be defeated by love. Hear me out, O nation. Darkness ceases only when light is introduced. Ignorance can only be dispersed by knowledge, and selfishness is defeated by love. The program is State Affairs on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I am Edmund Obilo. Good morning. Look at this. Look at this. I want to read from Awo's book. Awo said, "We will continue to discharge this duty according to our own light and judgment until we succeed democratically in wresting power from the present government." Hey, I'm reading from Awo's book. He says, "We will continue to discharge this duty according to our own light and judgment until we succeed democratically in wresting power from the present government." He continues, "If as a result of our legitimate activities, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa finds it difficult as he threatened to cooperate with us, it would be because of his inherent, though cleverly disguised, abhorrence for parliamentary democracy, and not of any feeling on our part. Awolowo continues, I want to assure Tafawa Balewa, however, that my party, the Action Group, takes serious note of his threat. If Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa does not realize this before, he should bear it in mind from now on, for the good of our country and people, that it is he who needs my cooperation more than I need his. They would later send Awolowo to prison. Say, on the 19th of November 1960, Awolowo reminds us of this date in his book. Let's read. On this day, a motion calling upon the House of Representatives to approve the terms of the Anglo-Nigerian Defense Pact was moved by the Minister of Defense, Alhaji Muhammad Ribadu, and passed in the face of stiff opposition from the Action Group opposition. Awolowo continues, I led the opposition to the pact. In the course of my contribution, Alhaji Ribadu rose up to raise a point of order. On being permitted to speak, he said that the Prime Minister, Balewa, should take note that unless this man, Awolowo, is put in jail, this country will have no peace. Awolowo continues, I understand, said the Prime Minister in low tone, but audible enough for those of us on the opposition front bench to hear what he said. It's about power. It's about politics. It's about history. Who wants to play politics? Let's play. Are you there? We are playing politics. The theme of this class is Modu Sharif in Boko Haram insurgency. Modu Sharif in Boko Haram insurgency. Where are we taking this path today? Every insecurity is a product of politics. Every insecurity is a product of politics. So on this edition of State Affairs, we will use Ali Modu Sharif, a former governor of Borno State, as a case study of politics as terrorism. Every insecurity is a product of politics. For nations to rise, the human spirit must rise. Remember, a strong nation is a union of strong individuals who refuse to outsource their morality to the government. A strong nation is a union of strong individuals who refuse to outsource their morality to the government. It is the entrepreneur who chooses fairness over easy profit, the public servant who serves in shadow without need for the acclaim. A strong nation is the neighbor who acts with kindness without expectation of reward. It is politics. Let's play politics. Hey, we are playing politics. Let me hear your voice. I want to feel you. I want to feel your voice. You excite me. So you can call me on WhatsApp. I just want to feel your voice. I want you to inspire me. As you call, inspire me. I need some inspiration this morning. Who will inspire the radio man? Call the radio man's number on WhatsApp. Remember, there will be delay. So when you call the radio man, you monitor the call through your phone. Once your phone is reading, you just continue to speak. Leave the radio. You will hear yourself later. There is delay. So if you use the radio to monitor your call, when I pick your call, you would not say a word. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm doing some experiment with some calls. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Christian.
Make your point.
Okay. You're talking of inspiration. Let me just try the best I can. I've been an ardent listener of your from Bullseye, Vertex, and the rest. And it's like every Saturday is the same thing. I don't think it's getting better. Told us not to give up. Best not to give up. We hope it's going to get better one day. I know that God will not come down from heaven to change things by ourselves. I'm using this medium to urge Nigeria to get PVC for the next coming election. Do not sell your vote. Vote for pound this time around. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. I need some inspiration. Who will inspire the radio man? 080-999-18449. That's the number to call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I can hear
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning.
I want to congratulate you for all what you are doing for Nigeria. I believe you are sent by God to inspire to give Nigerian hope. I know God will continue to bless you and you will do well. I hope all the Nigerian youth, the educated ones, are listening to you. God will continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you for calling the radio station. Who will inspire the radio man? I need inspiration. Hello, good morning. Okay. The number to call is 080-999-18449. How do you feel this morning? It is politics. Let's play politics. We are playing politics. Hello.
Good morning, Edmond. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Oh, first of all, we want to appreciate you for what you are doing for us. Thank you so much, sir. May the good God bless you. And thank you for the contribution that you are making to our great nation. So it is not easy. Some of your kind are very rare. So about the topic that you make mention, we have not been introduction this morning about the former governor of Borno. And you made mention of something for a nation to rise, it needs people. There was an influencer that made a statement, I think 2 weeks ago. He said something that makes me think and think about Nigeria. He said, for a nation called Nigeria to rise again, the liberation, can I use the word revival, must come from the northern people. This is something of a thing that we are battling with right now. It started from there. And we need more people to enlighten these people. We need more people to enlighten them to see the light of the world. And for a liberation to happen in the north, we need people to, can I use the word, the brand of the word Islam. You know, we have different type of Islamic people. And we need people to enlighten them to know that this world that we are currently is more beyond jihadist world. We have some people that still believe that this jihad, if Nigeria doesn't come to an Islamic state, this do or die. We need more people to enlighten them. And change to happen, you have to start with me, you have to start with yours. Like the earlier caller have called, please don't let us sell our vote. Vote your conscience, and I pray Almighty God is going to help us. Thank you so much for what you have been doing. Good morning once again, Mr. Ed.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey. We are playing politics. Let's play politics. I like that call feel, that ringtone. I want to feel it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning. This is Apostle Stanley at the bank.
Are you using hands-free?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is why you're not loud enough. Let me advise, if you want to call this, remove your hands-free, speak into your phone.
Okay. Edmond, the topic this morning, for you to ask us to inspire you. It's a very troubling topic for me because indeed you have been the one that have been encouraging us that there is hope, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. But nevertheless, from your encouragement all this while, I want to believe and encourage that also with what you have taught us and you are teaching us, that there will be light at the end of the tunnel because we are sensitizing Nigerians that please go and register for your PVC. 2027 is coming. Vote your conscience. Don't say your vote for anything. Can you imagine that in the First Republic, Alhaji Ribadu said that to get Awolowo out of the way, you must go to prison. So that is the plan. They don't want the voice of reason to prevail. Thank you as we continue in this way. God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The line is open. The radio man needs inspiration. Who will inspire me? The WhatsApp number to call. Hello.
The line is open. Good morning, Edmund.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Obimbi by name. Calling from Ibadan.
Good to hear your voice.
Like the last caller said, when Edmund needs inspiration, then the doctor has become a patient. I must say, during Professor Adedeji's inaugural lecture, he mentioned that he has been your silent listener for years. And I must admire that there are thousands of people like that, including me. In fact, I concluded at some point that with your depth of knowledge, you must be an elderly man then. I'm talking of days of Sport Bank, Good Science and Co. So 10, 15 years ago. So I concluded in my mind this man must have studied history and some things like that, and must have been around in the First and Second Republic. Then I heard from Edmund's program that he was about to get married. Then something changed in me. So seeing your picture online for the first time, I said, oh, it's a man my age. So, well, with time, we later knew you did engineering and all that. I must say you're a man of many parts. And like you've been inspiring hope in people. And you said the last program or 2 programs ago that you're even considering not doing this kind of program forever. Or maybe you want to change, and maybe be the change Nigeria wants to see. In my opinion, I think with your interviews, you have documented Nigeria's history, you've documented Nigeria today, and you've documented what Nigeria should become in future. You've instituted a legacy that can never be erased. You are based in Ibadan. Your name is heard in Abuja. It's heard throughout the country. You hear on television programs, you say, oh, Edmund Obilo in Ibadan, my good friend. Television presenters refer to your interview, refer to your work. Please continue. Even if you desire not to do it forever, and you decide to be the change Nigeria wants to see, I mean to take the mantle of the change, the good work will still continue. Continue to inspire people. The hope you give people, many people do not know. To me, that hope is individual. It can be collective for the nation. Because anybody that's read one of the books recommended will read. I bought it. 2 or 3 of the books from Sir Olaniwun. You see that aside hearing what we've had, aside these 3 lectures, it is documented in libraries in Europe how Nigeria cannot be good. So the hope people should have is individual hope, not collective hope for the nation. When the foundation is bad, what can the righteous do? That is the case of Nigeria.
Thank you.
The amalgam of Nigeria is a fraud. And like this eldest lawyer said, I can't remember his name now, light in complexion from South. The man must be 80-something or 90-something years old now, lawyer. He said Nigeria is the Nigerian constitution is a rotten egg. That you don't reply a rotten egg. You only throw it away and get a new one.
Thank you.
So with the way Nigeria is set up, with the constitution and everything, hope should be individual. Hope should be collective in small groups, not collective for the nation. If you speak with men over age of 70-something, 80-something, like if you interview many of them, you know, collectively, Nigeria's case is a hopeless case. That's the truth. They've seen it all. Nigeria is a case of the more you look, the less you see.
Thank
to
you.
round off, 2 quick examples. You talk about how the perversion of the judiciary, how it affected governance. You talked about that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. The following week, you see what the Supreme Court said about a certain Justice Peter Lifu and his judgment. Till today, Peter Lifu and his likes are still free and no sanction against them. You see judgments in the courts. Yeah, this week now, we are entertained by a certain Prince Adeyemi and his actions with this thing. So just see that Nigeria's hope is individual hope. It cannot be collective.
Thank you. Thank you.
Edmond,
Thank
irrespective of what
Thank
you
you.
do, continue to
Thank
give
you.
hope to people.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello,
Good morning, Edmond.
Good
Sayolu
morning.
Adeyemo is my name.
Make your point.
We need change in Nigeria. The change that can make us. Whenever you talk on here, I don't believe some Nigerians know the purpose of your program. Take, for example, when you talk about the Qatar system, how Qatar run their country, how the masses, the poorer, even they cannot differentiate between the poor people and the rich people in Qatar. Because you normally say something. If the foundation is spoiled, let us go deeply. When the foundation of Burkina Faso was faulty, the junta that is ruling the country now, they don't want to know who spoiled the foundation, but they stood out and they restore the normality. The guy is trying to bring the better life to the masses of that country. What has happened to Nigeria? Why so many of our leaders believe in corruption? Why so many of our pastors, imam, believe in corruption? I believe there's a truth in the Quran, there's a truth in the Bible, but we don't go to it again. When we Nigeria, our leader, the religion leaders, even individual, believe in normality, how these things supposed to be, in unity of a country. I used to say something. I need a nation, I need a country, Nigeria. I'm living in Olodo, Akara, that I can live here at 11 o'clock in the night inside a rail train and go to Abia without any attack. I want a nation, a country that I can leave Lagos State in the midnight by 2 o'clock and I can get to Maiduguri without any insurgents. And how will this thing happen? We need a country that will not believe our local, it is our turn. Yoruba, Fulani have ruled for 8 years. Yoruba must rule for 8 years. No, I don't believe in that. I believe in somebody that have a vision, somebody that will tell you that the Bible said he created a man in his own image, not in the image of Hausa, not in the image of Yoruba, not in the image of Igbo, but in the image of one human being, one the same idea, one the same vision. I need a country that can bring in technology. Take, for example, what is happening in Burkina Faso. The guy just is trying to build 62,000 youths under age, starting from 12 years. They said that they are the future of that country, Burkina Faso. What is Nigerian building? What is Nigeria building? We are building Yahoo, we are building fraudster, we are building kidnappers. Is that not what we are building? We need a country. Edmund, may God continue to give you the wisdom. God bless you and good morning. Thank you,
Mr. Diamo. Thank you. John Oguchi Onyisi, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Edward. I'm happy hearing your voice this morning.
Thank you.
But then, the big question that came to my mind when you say we should inspire you is like asking the leg to wash the hand. In our climb, in our nature, the hand washes the leg. Anyway, let us come to the same pedestal with you. It's like it's a symbiotic relationship. Just like Chinua Achebe described a fight of the dog in one of his books. The dog said, when you fall for me, I fall for you. It's a play. So when you inspire us, we should inspire you too. But I believe that you are doing a good job. We should continue doing it. But the big question I'm going to leave on behalf of you to our leaders is that each time our leaders travel, what do they see? What do they bring back to us from all the traveling they are going through? You see them taking leave, they go to outside country, they go to places like Dubai, they go to places like America, UK for medical or tourist reasons. After their stay here, what do they bring back to this country? Now, if you look, you see, traveling is part of education. Today, Edmond Obilo is not on the soil of Nigeria. And I believe you are learning a lot of things. And by the time you come back, you bring the proceed of what you learn to this country to inspire those of us who have not been to these countries. And that is how it's supposed to be. Another man talk about the Burkina Faso leader. I don't want to go there. What is that guy doing to transform his economy? What are they doing here to transform us? Imagine, election was conducted in Ekiti about 2 weeks ago. We heard that they were vote buying 10,000 naira. That is 2,500 naira for a year, if I can put it mathematically. What did 10,000 do for you as a person now? You cannot even buy 10 liters of fuel for my car. Then you want to sell your future for that. Even people go for their PVC. At the end, people will come and be cajoled into selling this PVC cheaply. Why not refuse the hunger of today? Tell the hunger of today to cool down because you are expecting something greater tomorrow. Is it this security you are going to talk about in this administration? Is this education? Is it health? All this is I'm talking about. If I'm going to grade the administration of this country on this, it's F9. Just the day before yesterday, a friend of mine, a very close person to me, in a village called Opafie, in Okpoku local government area of Benue State, was killed by these headers. They came and rushed to his cattle, and when the man came out in the night to say, why are my dogs barking? As he lit his torch, They gave him bullet through the window and killed him. Then they move away all about 40 head of cattle from his house. It took the intervention of the vigilante who were using gun and pump action to put these people away and collected the cattle back. But the guy has lost his life. How many of these are we going to talk on air? How many of these are we going to witness? Where is Nigeria going? Where is the teaching of Awolowo, Azikiwe, Tafa Balewa, and our early freedom fighters? How? What has spoiled? What has gone into us? Look at South Africa, sending our citizens out of their country. Look at Ghana, giving Nigerians quick notice. Look at Niger, telling Nigerians to leave their country. Giant of Africa, it's a pity that the hand that is washing, that's supposed to wash the leg is now washing the hand. What is our offense? Even the president today, the one told Nigerians recently that they should be selling Akara and Quiliquili. Let me ask her a question. Is it Akara and Quiliquili that she sold before she became the wife of the president? How can you tell a whole graduate in Nigeria to go and sell Akara and Quiliquili and Agbado on our street? Is that what is going to put the food on the table of these people, of all of us? Are we supposed to be crying on the street to beg our leaders to do the right thing? Do we not have the resources? Do we not have the money? A South Africa recently said that every South African is supposed to be paid 1 million naira equivalent as an allowance. If a South African can say so, then I will say in Nigeria that we are supposed to be giving 2 million naira without working. The money is there.
All right.
And they assisting on this money and enjoy themselves. See the CUV, the money, SUV they are buying for them.
Hello, John.
Is that what we elected them to go and be doing the National and State of Assembly?
Thank you.
It is very unfortunate. You are already inspired, Edmond. And may the good Lord continue to inspire you the more, so that you can be encouraging us and be praying for better and to work towards a better Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Edmond.
Thank you, John. Thank you. See, I've heard a lot being said about Akara and Quiliquili. I have read and heard many persons taken on the wife of the president. They have their reasons. But again, she sparked something in me when she said Akara, Quiliquili. And I was thinking that my daughter can sell Akara, that she can repackage it, brand it, repackage Quiliquili. It depends on what you are seeing. As the way I am now, I can run an Akara business. Perhaps you are seeing the running of Akara business just from one angle. Perhaps she's reminding us that you can repackage it. All these eateries you see, what do they sell? The eateries you see, what do they sell? They sell food. It depends on what you are seeing. Growing up, I was thinking of having a place called Just Corn. Just Corn. I was thinking of having that kind of place on campus. But Just Corn, I'll just get my roaster, wear my apron, then I'll corn cocoyam, package it, arrange it. Hey, it depends on what you are seeing, oh. Because most of you are looking, I want to work in a bank. Do you know you make more money from such businesses? It depends on what you are seeing. Perhaps you should be looking at that Akara business. Find one sweet junction. You know, give it your own style. See a fine graduate, man. You sell Akara. Packaging. You wear your Timberland. You have people frying the Akara for you. You give them package. You come on social media, market them. It depends on what you are seeing, oh. I can sell Akara, the way I'm going now. I can sell Quiliquili, oh. It depends on what you are seeing. Do you know how much these keke guys make? You know, sometimes you just wear suit, you just deceive yourself, say you get money. You don't get money, oh. Some people are selling Akara, and they are making money. It depends on what you are seeing. I can sell Akara, package them, brand them. You say no job. People are building eateries everywhere. People are eating, oh. Perhaps you'll be considering this Akara business if you are jobless. Arise and shine. Don't just be saying Akara, you look them down. If you sell, I think you should sell Akara if you have no job. Anyway, I'll tell you more after this break. It is Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Stay tuned. Let me take you back into time a bit. Let's refresh our mind with some historical narratives of where we are coming from so that we'll put things in perspective for us to understand contemporary politics. So let's go to the past. Let me bring in Quiliquili. Quiliquili is the author of the book Ironsi. Ironsi was Nigeria's head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces from January 1966 to July 1966. And Quiliquili wrote this book as a journalist.
Yes, well, I'm a journalist, I'm a writer too.
Yeah.
You know, there's a slight difference between the two, journalism and writing, but it's writing. Writing is writing, yes.
You worked with the News Watch.
I did.
You worked with the Guardian.
I did.
How did your journalism career help you in writing this book?
Well, it helped me in the sense of trying to extract facts. You know, as a journalist, you ask questions. The way you are probing now, you're almost cross-examining me. That's the job as a journalist. It helps you to go for the truth, to know what the kind of facts you want to extract. It helped me in that respect, one. Two, it also helped me in the art of writing. If you're a journalist and you are writing on a report on a daily basis, writing becomes easy. So you don't have to spend 1 hour writing anything. You could finish it in 10 minutes because writing is no longer a difficulty for it. It's part of your life. It's just like the pilot. The pilot is flying every day from Lagos to Abuja. It's easy for him because he knows it. So that's what journalism helped me to know how to interrogate issues and then how to write it down. In a sense, journalism had even prepared my mind because I knew a lot of contemporary Nigerian history even before I started writing the book.
And you filled the gap with this book.
Yes.
Because there was no biographical account, a broad biographical account on Ironsi.
Nobody wrote anything about the man. All they said that he was a drunkard, he was sipping whiskey and nothing more than that. But I discovered that contrary to that nonsense, that lie, the man was a serious man. He went into the army as an ordinary rank, recruit. After the Civil War, he was found with enough competence to go for officer training. And he went there, and he kept being promoted after exams under white colonial rule, not under black officers. So, that was it.
You spoke with his sister to write this book.
Yes, I spoke with the sister.
The sister was like a mom to him.
The sister was something of a mother to him because she was much older. The sister was the one who was married to the Sierra Leonean, and they lived in Kanu. The man was an officer, a civil servant.
And Ironsi joined the army in Kanu.
Yes, he did, in Kanu.
And the sister protested.
The sister said, no, you couldn't go and join the army when we are finding you a job at the UAC. And he said, well, I've already registered and I'm enlisted and I've got my number, so it can't be changed again.
Ironsi was from Umuahia.
Yes, he was. Umuana Ndume in Umuahia Ibeku.
I want you to interrogate this part of Ironsi's life. Before he took over, there was Nwafo Orizu, who was in charge after Balewa was killed. Nwafo Orizu was an Igbo man. At some point, members of the Northern People's Congress wanted a new leader, but Orizu would not take that. Can we say Orizu was more comfortable with an Igbo man taking over than giving power again to the North? Because he somewhat resisted every attempt to appoint an acting prime minister.
I don't know where you read those from. I'm not saying that those weren't written wherever. All I'm saying is that when Ironsi and his forces aggregated the politicians and had a meeting with them, it was already a fait accompli. A lot of them were in hiding. Those of them who were there, they signed the document handing over power to the military.
Did they sign under duress?
No, they did not.
Remember, a military officer was in that meeting.
Well, hold on. The way it happened, and I interviewed what's this man's name again? The first Northern SAN. The man came from Ilorin, but he grew up he was born in Onitsha, he grew up in Onitsha. So he spoke Igbo like any other person. That's why he went to school. What's his name now? Well, the man said Ironsi was addressing them. And they said we needed the authority to take over power because things, water don't pass Gary, things are spoiled. They were prepared to sign, and the man, Alhaji Abdul Razak, first Northern Nigerian senior advocate of Nigeria. And the man said, this thing cannot be a verbal thing, It's better that we write and sign one by one. There was no paper. He brought out paper there, and they wrote that document, and they all appended their signature to it. This is the truth of what happened.
Including Ozumba Mbadiwe?
Everybody who was there signed that CD.
Why was Mbadiwe so interested in how he looked? Because the way he rushed into that meeting without a cap.
No, it wasn't because you will say, why was he so disinterested?
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Hey. I have changed the topic for the class. I have left my script aside. I want to be inspired. So I have changed the topic from Modu Sharif in the Boko Haram insurgency to Fry Akara, Quiliquili, and Olodo Uprising. That's the new topic for the class. And I'm going to open the line. What is wrong with frying Akara? If you are broke, you don't have a job, and you have BSc, you even have a master's degree, you don't have a job, you are just sitting at home loafing around, then what is the value of the knowledge you acquired? Tell me. You have BSc, MSc, you don't have job, you are broke. What is the value of the knowledge you acquired? Yes, tell me. That with those degrees, you can't empower yourself. You know it's investment. Have you calculated how much was put into that education? Then after that investment, you can't turn that investment to something. No, tell me. What is running through your mind? It's very easy to point fingers at others. I sent you to school as a father. Primary, secondary, first degree, second degree to acquire knowledge. And you are coming to tell me, Father, I am jobless. No, how do you explain it to me? Tell me. I want you to explain it on this show. And now, with that degree, you cannot eke out a living. No, tell me who you are. I want to know. Who are you? And now, if push comes to shove, I now find you like 300K as a guy, you are going to sell Akara. And we do a business plan. Where to site the Akara joint, the style to use, how to brand it. And you say you no go sell, but you have the boldness to ask me for money. Who are you? Let me know. I want to know how you are thinking. Are you ready to go on this journey? Have Olodos taken over the system? Who is an Olodo? You see, I'm going to open the lines for you. This conversation is yours. I'm just a moderator. Remember, I will not give you more than 5 minutes. I have spelled out the topic. If you have your pencil and paper now, arrange your thoughts on paper. You see, within 5 minutes, you can say a lot if you arrange your thought. Whenever I'm listening back to the station and I'm saying he's repeating himself, arrange your thought the way Reverend Koye used to do it. Arrange your thought as I'm raising the questions. You take it pam, 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 pam. In 5 minutes, you have made solid points. And I can replay your contribution in subsequent programs. I have asked the question, who don't want to fry Akara? Why? So if you fry Akara and you can make 60K every day in 10 days, I know what I'm talking. You know, sometimes we underrate petty trading. I have experience of petty trading. My mother was a petty trader. And I'm thinking that we survived well. My mother was a petty trader. I was involved in petty trading. You know, there was a time I realized this and I took a certain decision. I will talk more. Let's talk. Let's talk. Hello. Good morning. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just be on the line. I want to connect you to so that you'll be loud enough. So you are on now. Hello.
Good morning, Radio Man.
Good morning.
Good morning, Radio Man. My name is Adekola Adegoke. Before I proceed, let me first define what knowledge is. Knowledge is a searchlight in the darkness. Knowledge is a searchlight in the darkness. And knowledge is a gun in the absence of military when in the time of trouble. But in Nigeria, we seem to be in illusion that we must use our certificate to work in an office or serene environment until we decide to do away with this. We have nowhere to go. For those who are criticizing, those who are selling Akara and Quiliquili, I think they don't know what they are using. And that's the spirit of entrepreneur. Well, people seem not to understand this. So thank you. I leave you with my definition of knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk. The line is open. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
I can hear you. Make your point.
This is from Ring Road. So, yes, thank you very much. Now, on the new topic that you have come up with, the Olodo Uprising vis-a-vis, Akara, frying, and Quiliquili. It's strange when you see that Nigerians who we expect, to be full of enlightened, educated people with vision are beginning to speak like this. Because normally I feel like Nigerians, actually, we have a love for the downtrodden and the poor people who are in the lower class, who also need upliftment. Now, when the wife of the president is talking about empowering people for Akara business, it is obvious that it is not graduates she's talking about. Having said that, there are even graduates who are doing this business. A lot of Nigerians who traveled out are doing this same business. And it will shock you that these people are richer than their peers that are working in offices and other businesses in that same UK. It even happened that there was an Indian man who was doing business, restaurant business in the UK. I think he tried Ethiopian cuisine. He also tried maybe West Indies cuisine. It didn't work. An Indian man. What happened? He went into Nigerian cuisine and is now making a lot of money. He's an Indian man, not a Nigerian. Any food business that you are doing, because food is essential to life, there is no way, if you know how to do your business properly, there is no way you will lose. All you need to do is just now begin to scale it. There is a man who owns an Amala and a Swallow Food restaurant in the UK who is a multimillionaire today. I don't want to mention his name because we are on radio, but you probably know him. He's now a celebrity restaurant runner who is buying properties in choice areas in UK now, across UK. Now, I want to now conclude by citing what the Minister of Trade and Investment is doing with exporters in Nigeria. I saw one of our programs that they did helping Nigerian exporters, that are into all these Quiliquili, plantain chips, bead making, and so many other funny small business that you think is small, but they are in high demand in other parts of Africa. All of them gathered in a room and they were having, their program. All these people, when they were talking, there is no illiterate among them. They are all graduates. And they have their packaged chips, packaged Quiliquili that they are exporting to Uganda and other parts of Africa. They just sealed a deal with Air Rwanda to help them to lift that cargo across Africa. What am I saying? We need to open our minds and not look down on these some businesses that we think is for people with no hope in life, so that we can actually move ahead in this country, because small and medium-scale enterprise is actually the engine room of the economy. This is the same thing we did to agriculture when some of us started running away from the farm. Look at where we are today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
The line is open. 080-999-18449. Who said a graduate cannot sell Akara? If after becoming a graduate you are unemployed, what is the value of the knowledge you acquired? What is the value of the knowledge you acquired? So what were you going to school to do? Who were you waiting for to employ you? Can't you employ somebody? You. Yes, you. You are very proud to say, I have BSc. I have MSc, MBA. But you are broke. What is the value of your knowledge? What have you created? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Mr. My name is Ayi. I'm calling from Ibadan. You really inspire us every day. Every Saturday, you always inspire us. Don't be discouraged. Don't be hopeless. Nigeria will be better. You are doing a great job. The Lord will continue to strengthen you the more in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much. And concerning the Quiliquili, Agbado, this and that, we need to open up our understanding and know it very well that all these things are very good jobs. I remember when I finished from school, when I graduated, I was selling plantain chips and I made a lot of money from it. So this issue of Quiliquili, Agbado, and that, we need to work on it as a nation. The Lord will help us. And Mr. Edmond, you talked about Itasa in Iwajo local government one time Well, I think that was last year. Please, sir, please help us to shout for your state government. Let them hear. I'm from that side. I'm from Iwaju, from Ayegu border. These Fulani people and other headers that really troubling us there. About 2 days ago, they nearly killed one of my brothers in Ayegu border in Iwaju government. Please, for your state government and federal government, to please see to that place. There's no security officers. Those places, and it's a border area. It borders Benin Republic. Within 2-3 minutes, you are at the Benin Republic. About 2 weeks now, they just closed international market that they used to have every Friday there. So please help us to call on government of Oyo State to send police and soldiers to that place for us. These headers, they are really disturbing us, and there are so much in that place. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you.
Ben Aja is my name. 2 weeks now.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Edmond. My name is Adibayo. I'm calling from the UK. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, yes. I just want to appreciate you for the work you do and your public intellectualism. It's really helpful educating us. In relation to the topics you brought up today, I think the Akara situation with the First Lady was really just an issue of the messenger. If you look at the context of what she was saying in terms of grants and supporting the lower rung of society, there was really nothing wrong in what she was saying. I mean, Nigeria has a largely informal economy. You need those people at that level doing this sort of things. That is what sustains the Nigerian economy. So I think it was just an issue of the messenger, and it's partly the fault of the political class. The way the politicians have run the country, you can't fault people for having resentment towards them. As for the Olodo uprising, it is quite unfortunate from my perspective, but what do you expect when you look at the educational system in the country? Look at the schools, look at the lack of investment in human capital development. What do you expect to happen to the young ones coming up? Why would there not be an Olodo uprising? I don't see us turning that tide anytime soon. In fact,
Who is an Olodo?
Is so weak and so poor.
Who is an Olodo?
I wish. Sorry.
Who is an Olodo?
Well, in relation to YC, who was making that statement at that time, he was basically making reference to people online. There has been a dearth of intellectualism in our society. I think the conversations are so shallow. They are so shallow. Like, look at what you do on your program, Mr. Edmond. Isn't this educating people? I mean, they took history out of our educational curriculum. People don't even know where they are coming from anymore.
Thank you.
So I think that is in relation to the Olodo uprising. You see what goes on. You see what our younger ones are idolizing nowadays. Is it really what will move a nation? Is it reflective of the human spirit?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edmond. Keep up the good work and stay inspired.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
My name is Omobasha, the city boy. I'm calling from Ibadan. Yeah. You see, Edmond, one thing I love about you is the way you reason and your mentality. So, if 80% of Nigeria can reason along with you, the way you reason and have the same mentality with you, I think we have a country of our dream. Can you hear me? Are you still with me?
I can hear you. Make your point.
Hello? I don't see anything wrong with the statement credited to the First Lady. But you see the way people are reasoning in Nigeria, the way our mentality is quite diverse to the other people the other people in Western world. See, if God destined that you sell Akara, there's nothing you can do about it. You said it. Even after having masters or PhD, you will say the Akara. But it's because the way people are reasoning here. Very, very wrong. The way we are reasoning is highly primitive. And let me be factual with you. What concerns me is how can we...
All right. He'll call again. Hello, John.
Hello. Good morning once again, Edmond. I thank God that my example brought this decision or discussion this morning. But let us look at it critically. We are people that study business administration, and all what not in school. How can you imagine a doctor who has graduated with his MBB, whatever, or a lawyer who has his LLB degree going to start selling Akara and Quiliquili and Agbado? To me, I'm looking at this as a misappropriation of things. Okay, the enabling environment for we to thrive in this business is not there. Talk of preservation, electricity is not there. People are now beginning to provide electricity for themselves in Nigeria, where we have hydro, air, gas in abundance. The government in countries where this thing are thriving, somebody make reference to UK of an Indian man. The country made everything available for such businesses to thrive. Go to Benue State, for instance. You see heap of oranges, mangoes, guavas that were supposed to be processed into finished drink for our consumption, rotting away in large quantity every year. And we have a governor in that state that's supposed to have these things on ground for these small businesses you are talking about to thrive. But they are not there. How can you imagine, like I said initially, people who have gotten certification, maybe in telecommunication now, coming and sort of putting his brain into use in telecom industry, leaving it to go and be selling all those things by the roadside. I'm not saying if you go into these businesses, you are not going to make money. What is the comparative advantage?
Hello,
that is where I'm looking at.
Hello, John.
So, like,
Hello, John. Hello, John.
No business that
you are not listening to me. Hello, John.
As a communication engineer, I can open a communication firm, not relying on government.
Hello, John.
As a journalist, you can go into journalism without waiting for government or anything you want to do. Hello? So let the government, let the people, let our money be put into use. The commonwealth of the people be put into use for the common use of the people.
Hello, John. Can you hear me? Don't go. Can you hear me? See, when you are also talking, also try to listen to me so that we can have a conversation. Because if I take on your point now, you might not have other opportunities to come and make further points. See.
Hello?
Hello, John. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Now, you saw heaps of rotten fruits that could be used to make wine, make drinks, right?
Yes.
You saw a business opportunity that you refused to provide solution for because you are waiting for a governor. You know, as you raise that matter now, I'm beginning to think, because I have gone to Bere with my crew one time with camera, when I noticed the heap of fruits that they throw away. Immediately I noticed it, I did a documentary. But I quietly started calling some of my friends to say, this is an opportunity. This fruit, we can do something with it. And I know one of them have gone into the business already, but not in Ibadan. Because we saw an opening. Okay, you studied mass communication. What about if I sell Akara and make a lot of money? I will now buy shares in MTN. I'll sell a lot of Quiliquili to the world. I will now invest in DSTV. Boom! I'll get my own telecom. By that time, I have moved my Akara business. I have rebranded it to become an international eatery. It is the source of my wealth, and we are making money. What do you think?
It's a good one. It's a good one. I'm not disputing that. It's a very good move in making money. But, Edmond, where you are today, I don't know. But I'm sure since you entered that country, light has never blinked. You are using free Wi-Fi. Everything with courtesy of the government. But in Nigeria, you know that most houses today do not even subscribe to DSTV again. Why? You pay for DSTV, you have to pay for generator or pay for solar. If you don't view, your DSTV is running down, your subscription is running down, whether you view or not.
All right. All right, John.
See, the government should do some things too to help the masses.
Thank you. I get
in
your
South
point.
Africa today, you pay as you view, or you view as you pay.
I get your point.
Just like our normal handset now, our ATN and a Glow and all those things. If I recharge my handset now with 1,000 naira and I not use it, and I leave it, it should be there. If I use it, I pay.
I get your point.
How? Okay.
You have made your point, John. You have made your point. You have made your point. Thank you. You also try and listen to me. When I say you have made your point, I've given you a fair time. So you should not continue the argument. I agree with you. Most of you are calling on a government that has been a dead horse, and you are anchoring your faith on that government. That is where I pity you. That the government should bring light. That the government should bring this. You have been saying that. So get your own government to do that for you. Your destiny is in your palm. If they don't give me light, they cannot hold me down. I refuse to be held down. I will find light for myself. Say, they cannot hold me down. If there's no electricity, I will find electricity for myself. I studied electrical and electronics engineering. Anywhere I go, I have 4 hours electricity in Nigeria. They cannot frustrate me. Lie. So because they don't give me electricity, I will not thrive. Me that I want to stream every day. Haven't you heard? I will start streaming on Sunday. Join me tomorrow 9 p.m. on State Affairs on all social media platforms. I'm streaming from 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Tuesdays 9 p.m. Thursday 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Saturday 8 a.m. So I will not be waiting for Tinubu to give me light for me to stream. In this age and time, when my destiny is in my palm, I'll wait for Sheyi to give me light. When I need to speak to the world, my mission, I need to accomplish my mission, I will not wait for them. If I need to sell Akara to make million, I go to sell Akara now. Who wants to buy Akara? Forget the degrees. Who cares? If I have the degrees and I don't have money, what is the value of the degree? The degree first is for survival. Forget what you studied. First thing first, we went to school because we want to survive after school. When I even left school, I didn't apply, and I have never submitted a CV. Listen to me. I can't remember submitting a CV for a job. I didn't come out with the university with that mindset. If you have that mindset, good for you. So if you don't get job, be frustrated. Now you know. I didn't come out of the university with the mindset to submit CV to anybody. I didn't like the idea that I will not submit CV, you now begin to interrogate me. I don't like it. And I said I won't do it while I was leaving university. You have your own mission. So in that case, what will I do? My destiny is in my palm. I will create my kind of job. I'll submit CV to you. You start asking me some kind of questions. I don't want it. I never exposed myself to it. There are certain questions I want to answer. I kept the engineering. I put them for pocket first. I enter street. I need to survive. I got sisters who are looking up to me. My parents have sent me to school. I got no excuse. I put the engineering for pocket first. I took my camera. I became a photographer, which is going to give me instant money. I'm moving. I'll come there so I don't get transport fare. I'm a graduate. How? So I can't eat. Then I'll be saying I'm a graduate. I will not be blaming Tinubu so that I can't eat. I'll say, Shane, I make me no feel eat. Man, if we need to do Quiliquili, we're going to do them, they move. When we get money now, we establish power stations. I will now show my engineering skills. And if you are so good with the skills, go in and begin to do research. You studied electrical, create something, create an app, employ somebody. For nations to rise, the human spirit must rise. You studied mass comm. How far now? Are you on social media? What are you doing with the mass comm? There's social media there for you now. You are all crying Olodo, Olodo. You see, the so-called Olodos are the new intellectuals. Are you listening? You have PhD. Your opinion cannot be heard. What is the value of your PhD? No research, you don't get. You are there complaining about so Olodo don't take over. The Olodos are the new intellectuals. They are looking at the realities of things. They are communicating and people are listening. You are there looking at certificate. I have PhD. Okay, where is your PhD now when they took over? Where is it? You have MSc. So where were you when the Olodos were taking over? My friend, keep that MSc. If you can't do anything with it, man, dump it. You need to survive. You need to have food on the table. First thing first. Your children need to eat. You take care of your wife as a man. You have double degrees. You don't get job. You are loafing around, looking for who to blame. What is the value of your knowledge? Leave the government for now. We'll sort them out at the right time. I know you need the infrastructure, no doubt. Some of you need startup fund, no doubt. But now you have faced the wall. You are facing the wall. Your destiny is in your palm. And then you are blaming somebody. You're blaming somebody. Man, if you need to fry that Akara now, let's fry it now. Make some money. You can even hawk it. You can even write on your t-shirt, BSc Computer Science. Then in front of your t-shirt, you write Akara. The essence of knowledge is to survive. Then as you are doing the Akara business, you are communicating to your customer. That is communication. You are applying it. You now apply your communication skills into selling. I'm a salesman now, Edmond Obila. I'm a salesman. I hawk book online. I'm a book hawker. Check my profile. I put salesman at Udara Books. I sell books. I dey hawk am. As I'm traveling, even in the airport, I have books I can sell in the airport. Anywhere you see me, I must have like 10 books. I know they miss the opportunity to sell. If I meet a big guy and I met her interact, pam, 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 I say I have a book to sell. You go pay me, boom. I don't make small money. I don't move. I'm a hustler. Let's hustle. Who wants to sell Akara? I can give you take-off grant if you don't mind. Yes, can somebody talk to me?
Hello.
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 Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, now make
Hello?
your point.
This is Adenyoju calling from Ibadan.
Make your point.
Thank you for the program you've been doing. It's been an inspiration to all the youths that are sensitive enough to see the way out of every tribulation. Because I want to let you know, every crisis in every community is a business opportunity. But our youths now, they go to school all to believe in their own certificates, not knowing that the crisis in this country is enough to transform every life. Because the shape of every destiny is in our hands. There is no amount of crying you can cry that will make this government to repent or to do something good for the people. But we need to take the shape of our destiny. We need to take it into our hands. We need to decide what.
That line was breaking. I need a very clear line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
The ball is in your court.
Thank you for this question you asked. I'm very, very happy to put my own way. You know what? The problem we are having with us that most of us believe you need plenty money to do your small business. Whereas some of those people consider they are training their children in the university. I think what we don't understand is that you must start somewhere. When somebody said, go and buy a fryer car, in my area now, you see up in front of Mama.
See, those lines are breaking. I want a very clear line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sanyolu Adeyemo is my name.
So hit the nail on the head. I'm going for a break soon.
Sanyolu Adeyemo, again.
All right. I think we are having network issues. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning again, Edmond.
Yes,
yeah.
Good morning.
Obembe on the line again.
Good.
You see, this Akara seller, there is something about a message and a messenger. Let me make a quick disclosure. I know myself, and I grew up in a family of same. But you see, this kind of message is a message. Number one, not everybody can be entrepreneurs. You need an entrepreneurial spirit. That's what I've observed. Some people are not wired to buy something for 10 naira and sell for 11 naira. They can't just do it. They don't understand how it is done. You can't blame them for how they are genetically wired. Entrepreneurship, or what we mostly call trading. This trading is something that I will say, for example, that Akara selling, it should be individualistic. not a message from somebody who has been a senator for 3 or 4 times. A message from such a person should be about industrialization, how there will be mass employment. There's nothing bad about doing these things, I repeat. But it should be message from such a person, from government officials, from a former senator, from a first lady, should be how there will be industrialization, mass employment. For example, you mentioned the conversion of waste from waste to wealth, and all these things that will employ large number of people at once. And let me add this. I've not been to any country where you see every houses having a shop in front. That tells you we don't need a message from anybody in government to tell us to have this entrepreneurial spirit. Nigerians in situ have these things. Every house, every home, every shop now has a shop in front. You, with all your knowledge and training, you do some trading. So we have it in us. So saying it is very close to Buhari saying the youth are lazy. So people are already doing it. Can they do it in a larger scale? Yes. But the message from government should not be individual sources. It should be collective and national growth, not individual.
You are still talking about the government that cannot give what it doesn't have. Leave the government out of this matter. I am not talking to the government. Leave the government. I'm talking to you. Leave whether Tinubu's wife said to sell Akara or not. You guys spend so much. That is why they take your time. You know, sometimes they throw these things out to take your time. And all of you will just be whining, dancing online, making noise. They will just distract you. You don't know they throw these things out sometimes to distract you. Now you just jump on it, do that. The energy, leave the messenger out of this matter. We are talking about survival. People who cannot feed themselves. We are talking about survival.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
And Chukwusidwe Bunam wrote this book as a journalist.
Yes, nonsense. That's lie, you know. The man was a serious man. He went into the army as an ordinary rank, recruit. After the Civil War, he was found with enough competence to go for officer training. And he went there, and he kept being promoted after exams under white colonial rule, not under black officers. So, how was it?
You spoke with his sister to write this book.
Yes, I spoke with the sister.
The sister was like a mom to him.
The sister was something of a mother to him because she was much older. You know. The sister was the one who was married to the Sierra Leonean, and they lived in Kanu. The one was an officer, a civil servant.
And the Rossi joined the army in Kanu.
Yes, he did, in Kanu.
And the sister protested.
The sister said, no, you couldn't go and join the army when we are finding you a job at the UAC. And he said, well, I've already registered and I'm enlisted and I've got my number, so it can't be changed again.
Ironsi was from Umuahia.
Yes, he was. Umuana Ndume in Umuahia Ibeku.
I want you to interrogate this part of Ironsi's life. Before he took over, there was Nwafo Orizu, who was in charge after Balewa was killed. Nwafo Orizu was an Igbo man. At some point, members of the Northern People's Congress wanted a new leader, but Orizu would not take that. Can we say Orizu was more comfortable with an Igbo man taking over than giving power again to the North? Because he somewhat resisted every attempt to appoint an acting prime minister.
I don't know where you read those from. I'm not saying that those weren't written wherever. All I'm saying is that when Ironsi and his forces aggregated the politicians and had a meeting with them, it was already a fait accompli. A lot of them were in hiding. Those of them who were there, they signed the document handing over power to the military.
Did they sign under duress?
No, they did not.
Remember, a military officer was in that meeting.
Well, hold on. The way it happened, and I interviewed what's this man's name again? The first Northern SAN. The man came from Ilorin, but he grew up he was born in Onitsha, he grew up in Onitsha. So he spoke Igbo like any other person. That's why he went to school. What's his name now? Well, the man said Ironsi was addressing them. And they said we needed the authority to take over power because things, water don't pass Gary, things are spoiled. They were prepared to sign, and the man, Alhaji Abdul Razak, first Northern Nigerian senior advocate of Nigeria. And the man said, this thing cannot be a verbal thing, no. It's better that we write and sign one by one. There was no paper. He brought out paper there, and they wrote that document, and they all appended their signature to it. This is the truth of what happened.
Including Ozumba Mbadiwe?
Everybody who was there signed that signature.
Why was Mbadiwe so interested in how he looked? Because the way he rushed into that meeting without a cap.
No, it wasn't because, you will say, why was he so disinterested? Because the army troops come with their tires crunching on your hallway, and they come out, you are wanted at Parliament building. You'll be remembering your cap.
But remember, before even the army officers came, he was wasting time trying to dress up.
When they had come to him.
Before they even came.
Well, if he was wasting time trying to dress up, he would have remembered in his time wasting to pick his cap. Yes, it was this man who told me, Chief Adenro Gusonya, who told me the story. He was the person who went in to go and pick him up.
Yeah.
And he was laughing. He said that when they rushed the man forgot his cap. I remember that aspect of it.
Most people don't know about Mbadiwe. And there's a popular road in Lagos, Ozumba Mbadiwe Way.
Yes.
Even most Igbo young persons don't know much about him.
They don't know, no.
And when you mentioned him in the book, I smiled. But again, do you think the Igbo nation understand the power of history? Because it seems history is skewed against them.
You see, the Igbo people are a complex people. Answers to questions on them cannot be rendered with yeses and nos. You have to speak like lawyers on the one hand on the other hand before you get a proper answer that will be in perspective with the question thrown at you. The Igbo people have a sense of history. Otherwise, they will not be there. It is the history of their forefathers, their resilience, their hard work that made them to survive the Civil War with everything destroyed and with 20 pounds given to each of them, even if you had 20 million in the bank, and they bounced back. If you don't have a sense of purpose, a sense of history, which is a sense of you, a sense of history is a sense of you, your person. If they didn't have it, they couldn't have survived. So they do have it. Of course, you can talk about extraneous issues. If Rochas Okorocha behaved the way he did as governor of Imo State, did he know of Igbo history? If you have people who are prepared to sell off the ethnic group for a plot of land in Abuja, do they know the history of their people? Actually, those are valid questions to ask. But it's not the same thing as saying the people as a people, they have a sense of history.
Let's look at the fallout of the coups.
Yes.
It led to the Civil War.
Yes, it did.
Before the war, there was massive killing in the northern region of persons of Igbo origin. Was it a pogrom?
Yes, it was genocidal. It was a genocide. I was in Kano. I lived in Kano then. In fact, I even lost my elder brother there. He had one of the best school certificate results in northern Nigeria, Igbo Union Grammar School. They killed him there at 18 years. You see what I mean? So it was genocide. You went killing people all over the place. And nobody has apologized for that up to next tomorrow.
Was the military part of the killing?
Oh, yes. I wrote it here in this book because General Danjuma became a later-day apologist, saying that under Buhari, the soldiers are attacking and killing people, seizing them and killing them. In fact, Gowan said it. It's quoted in this book. Gowan said the killings of the Igbo people have become unnecessary. It's in the book. He said it. That they should remember that after all, God in his infinite mercy has given back federal power to another northerner. Gowan said it, and Gowan is alive. Gowan, your man, if I can call him, Gowan was the person who said that the basis of unity did not exist in Nigeria.
How can Gowan be my man? I've not met him.
Okay, so Gowan said he may not be a man, as Irons is my man, but Gowan said that there wasn't basis for unity in Nigeria. When he discovered what he had done, he tried to deny it, and they rewrote other things. They forgot that there's something called BBC monitoring. Anything you say for radio or any part of the world, BBC will capture it. Even once you broadcast it, they have it. Then we went there and brought the original of his broadcast. It is still there. For a little fee, they will give it to you. He said there was no basis for unity in Nigeria.
So they were ready to break away.
That speech was a secession speech. He was going to proclaim the Republic of Northern Nigeria.
Who stopped him?
Mr. Matthews.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
It is Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. The theme of today's class is sell Akara, fry Akara, sell Quiliquili, and Olodo Uprising. I am making the point that the so-called Olodo are the new intellectuals. The so-called Olodos are the new intellectuals. They are the ones defining the direction of society. They are powerful. You know, most of the times we tend to equate university degree with brilliance. It is not true. Pragmatism is the hallmark of brilliance. The first thing about life is survival. Every other thing is secondary. That is why the core function of government is the welfare and security of the people. Welfare is survival. In the absence of a government that provides welfare, the people take responsibility of providing their welfare. Because at that point, it becomes an existential threat. In that cause, to your tent, O Israel, your destiny is fully in your palm. And if you respond practically to that system, you can then become part of a future government that will make things easier for other great thinkers. Great thinkers are those who use their knowledge in the period of hardship to survive and influence society. If you have a PhD, an MSc, a BSc, and you are a lame duck, you cannot feed yourself, you cannot apply your knowledge. If you have a PhD in biochemistry, set up a small lab in your room, do something, sell a chemical to us. Put your knowledge into practice. Those are great thinkers. If you have BSc mass communication in this age of social media and you cannot do anything, you are on your own. With your phone, you can practice mass communication. What are you waiting for? And if you also want to be employed in some of the few companies, fight for it, get it, and run with it. If you don't like the government, remove it and stop complaining. And if you must complain, complain and act. See, a nation is a living idea. A nation is a living idea. Nigeria is because you are. Nigeria is because you are. A nation is a living idea. That idea of a nation is woven day by day from the thoughts and actions of the people of the nation. That means your primary duty as a member of a nation is to develop that nation, not the nation developing you. Are you getting my point? Your primary duty as a member, a citizen of a nation, is for you to develop that nation, not that nation developing you. Because the nation is a living idea. Because the nation is a product of your thoughts. So if your nation is failing, it simply means you are failing your nation. That your contribution is not good enough to lift your nation. So if I say Nigeria is failing, the first thing I do on my list is to say, Edmond Obilo, I am failing. I take responsibility for the failing character of the Nigerian state. So I work every day to ensure that my work lifts the nation. The fabric of our shared destiny begins in our mind. The fabric of our shared destiny begins in our mind. If I have PhD, MSc, and I can boldly come out and say that Olodos have taken over, that means my knowledge is not powerful. Then I have automatically become an Olodo. If you have BSc and you say those who are not brilliant have taken over, it simply means that you have become an Olodo. Because of your Olodoness, you cannot do anything for yourself. You are helpless. And therefore, you blame others. If you are saying there's an Olodo uprising, and they are now the influencers, the motivationals, then they have become the new champions. You have become an Olodo because you are not influential. They are putting their children in politics, and it's not becoming father and son. What did your own father do for you? Your father, what did he do for you? Where was your father when their fathers were placing them? And now you have become a father. Other fathers are placing their children. What are you doing to place your children? Or you want to come and say, yeah, they are placing their children. That place your own child and there will be competition. Fathers, place your children too. Why are you so weak that you can't place your own children? And you are complaining that their children are not taking over. Where was your father when their father took over? Now you have become a father. You are speaking like your father. Place your children now. Put in your children the spirit of survival. When I say you should inspire me, it's because I see we are undergoing existential threat, and it should be about survival. And the first thing about survival is that you have food to eat, you have a place to live, and you have clothes to wear. That is your first responsibility. You studied engineering. You are making noise everywhere. What did you create with the engineering? Can you fix a radio? So why are you disturbing with your engineering degree? What can you fix? You can't even change the bulb of your house. You are there telling me you studied engineering. You can't even fix your TV. The next thing anything happens to your house, you go call me an electrician. Electrician that you call Olodo. The one you call Olodo, because you have BSc, you are deceiving yourself. The person you call Olodo, you are the one running to that person to come and fix your light. And you think you are brilliant. Okay. What have I just said? I can't remember what I've just said. Can you remind me? Let's go back into the conversation. I will open the lines. You will talk, make your point. Who is the Olodo now? Who is the Olodo? Somebody you call Olodo is building houses from his creativity, buying cars. You that is brilliant, you can't do anything. You are broke. You are whining. Keep whining. Keep whining. Hello. Hello. Are you there? This number has been calling me. You have been calling me. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Edmond.
Good morning.
It's morning. It's Bayo from UK. I'm calling in again. With what you said now, I think it's very interesting. The Olodos are the new intellectuals. So our intellectuals are all Olodos. And indeed, if you look at the situation in our country, we are in fact all Olodos. Because for our country to be where it is today, we have all failed. And I think it's a wake-up call for us all, as we always say, for the nation to rise, human spirit must rise. We have to look at ourselves as individuals and we assess our contribution towards the nation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Certain persons are just calling and calling. I think I should be fair to them. They want to air their views, even if they call 4 times. Okay? It's a struggle. Hello.
Good morning, Edmond. I will not be contributing to Nigeria. Nigeria has been moved to the people, some that are not graduated. Let's set aside graduate students apart. Let's put them on one side. What about the people that did not go to school, maybe they are not graduated, and they are making it? How did they make it? They make it hard way. They stand out in hard way. They want to do their thing in hard way. Like, for example, when POS was introduced, a lot of graduates, many people in Nigeria go into that. But look at the system that is affecting the POS now. Insecurity. Many people have been killed through the all those roadside snatcher, armed robber. It happened within Ibadan, even in my environment here in Olodo now. Understand? Here in Olodo, where is that security? We know that nobody's looking for anybody to assist them, especially from the government. Everyone cannot come down from the government.
If you don't like the government, if you don't like the government, remove the government. If you don't like the government, remove the government. Remove it. It's democracy. And then save yourself. If you don't like the government, find a way of removing the government. This is democracy. Remove the government. Don't be powerless in your house. If you don't like a government, remove it. This is democracy. I've heard enough. If you don't like the government, remove it. Hello.
Good morning, Radio Man.
Good morning.
Let me start with the Olodo right thing to start. When it comes to the Akara selling, it's not a bad idea. I will do it. And like you rightly said, it's about having a focus. Say, for example, if I fry Akara and I know that in 10 years' time, I'm going to have a restaurant where I'm going to package the Akara, that would be great. So there is nothing wrong. If you have education and you fry Akara, you will be free. So the problem I have with the messenger is the fact you lay a good example. If you want people to fry Akara, I mean, in the United States or any big foods, and they are making their money. So now another thing I look at, as much as I would like to entrepreneurship when I was in Nigeria, coming to the United Kingdom is completely, because you just become a waste. You're not very careful, because the way the system is designed, you might be thinking the business might not.
That line is breaking. When the line is breaking, I'll cut it. That means you're not flowing. You won't be able to communicate. It's freezing. Line is freezing. I am saying now, remove Remi Tinubu from this analysis. I'm the one saying now you should fry Akara. If you don't have anything you are doing and you are jobless, you are home, you've written more than 22 interviews, you go for more than 22 interviews and you are not employed, there must be something also wrong. How can you go for 22 interviews, nobody employed you? Have you also looked at yourself? 22 job interviews, nobody employed you. I will look at myself and say, perhaps I don't need this anymore.
Hello, Mr. Edmond.
Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Edmond. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. I want to contribute to the program.
Make your point.
Okay. Let me start from the fine Akara. It's a good business, but it's not the duty of the First Lady to tell me to fry Akara. Frying Akara should be my personal decision. But the duty of the First Lady is to create an enabling environment for my Akara to strive. Now, I want to fry Akara, I want to rebrand. Like you said, diesel is 1,005. Petrol, right, is 1,000, over 1,000. Gas for me to use to fry the Akara is 1,004. Just come down to 1,4. It was 2 plus before. How will that Akara business strive if the government is not creating an enabling environment? That is number one. Then number two, what is this message giving to the upcoming generation? Because I don't need to go to school to start frying Akara. So if at the end of the day, I come out with my BSc and I use it to fry Akara, the upcoming generation are saying this. So to them is, what am I going to school for? After all, the government of the day will advise me to start frying Akara. So let me quickly abandon my school and focus on the Akara. So the school fee for me to use to start the business, the school fee, let me use it to start Akara. So now, what am I saying? Education is gradually being eradicated. So there's a lot concerning this factor. Where will this take us to? Will fine Akara take this country to international level? Will it give us international influence? So those are the things to think about. Thank you, Ms. Edmond.
The First Lady did not even say you should go and start frying Akara. I listened to her now. She was talking about mostly peasants. Was she not peasants she were referred to? I'm the one advancing it. I didn't hear her say, but if you are a graduate, most of you are still not getting my questions. If you are a graduate and you've been at home for almost 5 years, you know you are useless to the economy. You've been at home for 5 years. Don't you know you are useless to the economy? You are even useless to yourself. You cannot intervene in anything. You can't even pay your house rent. You are begging money every time, sending account number to people. How does it make you feel? Those people you are sending account number to, do they have 10 heads? You are still blaming one government that don't even know you are existing. Okay, keep it up. But it's very easy for you to send text message or an account number to somebody. You are happy being a beggar. You can't exert yourself. You are waiting for a government that don't know you exist. The government you cannot even remove. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good. Happy being a beggar. You can't.
He's still listening to me on the radio. He's still listening to me on the radio, not listening to me on his phone, like I've always advised. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
This is Wale from Olodo.
Make your point.
Hello? This is Wale from Olodo. Hello?
I'll cut you off. You can hear me. Make your point.
Hello, this is Wale from Olodo. Okay? Okay. Now, this is it. I've listened to your analysis, and indeed, I am very impressed. You see, in this our country, there's a problem we have. We always look at somebody that has made it, and that is why so many people want to find a new way to get money. Now, I can remember that in some times ago, somebody came from abroad. I began this guguru work. They call it guguru. So much that Sanade even watched record for him. You understand me? Then look at the man at near Lagos there, who is doing this mobile toilet. You see, all these things are just the way we look at it. Honestly, there's nothing bad in what the First Lady has said. Good morning.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Am I on to Obilo?
Yes, you're on to Splash.
Yes. The problem about this issue of frying Akara or no Akara is that people has jettisoned the informal aspect of education. You see, we have formal education and informal education. The informal education takes us to such frying Akara and doing something with our hands that can bring money. The essence of going to school is just to apply the knowledge you gain in school to make yourself comfortable. And that's exactly what other countries are doing. We don't rely on government alone for everything. Like you rightly said, if I'm an engineer, how can I translate that one to what can bring money and job to others? So the informal education is what has been done away with. Hardly will you see somebody who is ready to learn a organizer and all those things now. Everybody wants to do a white-collar job. And that has been the problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And some of you are still telling me you are a graphic designer. You see, some of the things you studied, nobody even care about them anymore. I hope you know. Some of us have gone to read some kind of courses. The world has moved on, so you need to retrain yourself. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Usman, calling from Miyemesu, Ibadan. I think the First Lady has made a very good point. If you are useless to the economy, you can't bring anything to the table. Why don't you fry Akara? These people, this informal sector of the economy, they are doing well. They are doing great. Most of them are even better than graduates walking around our streets. But the problem with our youth nowadays is everybody wants to be big. Everybody wants to live lavish lifestyles. So the problem is they have nothing to do. And they can't bring themselves low to the lower sector of the country. They can't interact with their environment and bring out good results. So the First Lady made a very valuable point. And thank you very much for giving me this chance.
Thank you. I want to give some personal examples. You know, because I'm in the media space, I always get a lot of requests. Edmond, can you find me a place in a radio station? Edmond, can you find me a place in a radio station? I was okay, what is the salary you are looking at? Some say like 500,000. I said, okay. I said, which radio station can pay you 500,000 now? You know, They have calculated the salary they want to receive. They've not done a study of the radio economy. They just come with their own expectation. Their dreams in the air. They've not done a calculation of a radio economy. How radio can make you survive. Some people come into radio that it is the salary that will make you survive. So they don't even understand the radio economy. Okay, there was one I found a space for. And I said, realistically, this radio station cannot pay you more than 120,000 from what I can see. And with the way they are going, they might not even be able to be consistent with the salary. Because the radio owner don't need to tell me. I've listened to the radio. How do radio make money? Adverts. That is the primary source of radio income. Adverts in different forms. And the radio is just playing music. Talk. Then you'll be saying, I like the station, they don't play advert. As the station is not playing advert, they are not paying salary. So as they are not paying salary, they won't have quality programs because they won't have money for production. Then I tell this person, I say, come. You have been in broadcasting about 10 years ago. You are even, on a good day, you should be a veteran. But at some point, you left broadcasting because you felt it wasn't taking care of you. I didn't come into broadcasting for broadcasting to take care of me. I came into broadcasting to take care of broadcasting. My responsibility was to take care of broadcasting. Then after I've put in so much input, then there's a law of nature that what I sow is what I will reap. So if I have said I have put in years and I have not gotten anything, then what I put in is not good enough. Simple. I'm not going to blame anybody. I won't blame anybody. When I came into Splash FM, my salary was 10K. I wasn't a full employed staff. I came in as just a sport presenter. I'll do my sport and I will go. I wasn't looking at the 10K. The 10K didn't matter to me. What mattered to me was that whenever I came on radio, I was talking to at least 500,000 people. So what was always in my mind is that as I am on radio, I can see you now sitting down. That is what occupies me. So the next question, what do I tell them? So that they will keep coming back to listen to me. 10K was transport fare. And I was telling myself, I said by the time I go put in content inside this Splash FM, I'll be writing it in my diary. I think that Chief Akonde will come in increase my salary. That I won't go to him for negotiation. I said by the time I put in content here, anywhere they go, they're asking him, how is Obilo? How is Obilo? He will come back and increase my pay. Chief Akonde and I will go sit down. You see, we'll be negotiating money. I was putting in content. I was driving it. I was learning. I was making mistake. As the input was going in, boom, Chief Akonde would add money. Money was rising. Because as inputs were coming in, advert was also rising. As advert is rising, I'm also calculating. More advert is coming. So my money should also be stepping up. Production costs you come in. I was not thinking business. I will sit down with Baba and I will be negotiating. What you sow, you will reap. If you are in a radio station for 10 years and you cannot go home with 150,000, there's something wrong with you, not the radio station. That's the point I'm making. Stop pointing fingers. I will sit down. I said, man, how do I run this spot now? What sick tune do I use? So I need a sick tune that is, sounding like a horse on the move. That means it is fast-paced. Boom, boom, boom. Down, down, down. Dun, 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 dun. I'll be reciting it at home. As I'll be practicing my script, down, I'll be using my mouth and I'll be running. Then I was writing. There will be errors on the script. I'll be living on air. Even at that, I'm not resting on my oars. I'm still a hustler. How do I tell my children I can't put them in good schools because I'm waiting for Tinubu? I will not be telling my wife how. Because Tinubu is bad economy. I don't see bad economy. I see how I want to break into the economy. The economy is a product of my invention. That the Nigerian economy is poor is because I've not done well enough. So I want to put in more. And before you know it, we'll take over the economy. It's not electricity you want. We'll give you electricity so that you power your brain. You want good health care, right? We'll give you good hospitals. I know what you are talking about. They will come. But we need to bring them. It is our mindset that will bring them. You need to make up your mind to say your destiny is in your palm. That whatever Tinubu does will not affect you. You will rise above it. Whatever Sheyi does cannot put you down. You will rise above it. Create business sense. You think I've abandoned my electrical and electronics engineering? Come on my table. You will see my Teranja. I'm thinking of how I want to bring in power. There are ways you can deploy knowledge in different spheres, but first and first, fundamentally, survival. Man must work. Man must work. Man must work. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Son of Man. I'm calling from Olodo local government, Ogun State. Can you hear me, sir?
Son of Man, make your point.
Thank you. What you are saying this morning, we Nigeria need to educate ourselves, individuals. I, as a person, I work in a very big school as a driver. But when I look at the economy, I decide to leave the job and start using my own personal bike to work. Because I see that if I am on my own, I can make it than staying as a salary earner for monthly, which will not pay me than what I can get on the road in daily basis. So I'm encouraging Nigeria to wake up to reality. Government will not do everything for us. So individuals should find a way to look for what he or she can be doing to take care of his or her family instead of depending on government. Yes, we have bad governors, bad government, but in that, by our honesty and hard working, we can build a future that our children can rely on instead of the. Yes, we are praying for God. God is answering prayer. But in that, we also need, as individuals, to take responsibility of our personal life, not depending on government. That is my take this morning. And may God help Nigeria to realize and find a way to do what is right, individual, to make this country to work for good. God bless you.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Akinyele is on the line. Yeah, good morning. I want to contribute concerning the Akara thing that the wife of the president made mention of. I don't think it is moral for her to make such a statement. First and foremost, Nigeria is a very resilient people. They know how to do things for themselves. it is not moral for the president's wife that is sitting upon the money, the economic of the Nigerian state. If you want to compare states in international system, you compare Nigeria with Saudi Arabia.
You see, you keep taking me back to the president's wife's speech. I'm not talking about president's wife's speech here. I've gone beyond that. I've moved on from all that. I'm looking at concept. I have raised some points. No, but you are not addressing my points. You are taking me back to president's wife. That's not what I came to talk here. I have raised points and points. Nobody is taking on my point. You are taking me back to the president's wife. That's not the subject. I'm not coming here to discuss Oluremi Tinubu. I have looked at concept. We have brought out a concept. You are not addressing the concept. I am making some points. You are not taking the point up. You are not taking me up. You keep taking me back to the president's wife's speech. I didn't put the president's wife's speech here. I'm looking at a concept. Don't take me back there. I have raised some fundamental points. Take on those points. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Edmond.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Afalabella Itom. I'm calling from K2, Lagos State. When I was listening to these, your programs, I was just laughing. Let me use myself as an example. Oh, when I was serving in Niger State, that was 2022, 2023. You know what I did? I knew that the money that they are paying us only 3,000 naira. I said, Omo, ma must also. I make up my mind. I said, I'm going to go back to the camp where they camped us during the 3 weeks orientation. And I went there by myself. I started selling granules. Are we going to wake up around 5 a.m.? I will cook granules and sell to the coppers. By the time they complete that orientation, 3 weeks, I make not less than 200,000. After expenses, everything. And I use that money to buy a phone. Right now, I'm working in an organization. Even I was thinking, I won't even go back to this Akara business of 18 and be doing cocoa with it. Bam, I'm going to be doing cocoa with it and organize everything. If we keep blaming the government, we are going to stay in one place. I pray God is going to help us. Thank you so much for the word of encouragement you gave us this morning.
Thank you. Take on the point I have raised. That is what I call discussion. I have made some points. Some you might disagree with. But stop taking me back to the president's wife. That's not what I'm discussing. I have picked a concept. The concept of knowledge. What is the value of knowledge when you can't survive? You are not looking at those concepts. You just want to take on the wife of the president, and I won't allow you go there. John, I won't give you space again. No, I won't give John space again. John, you have made all your points. I won't give John space again. Or am I? Okay, let me give him. He's insisting. Hello, John.
Hello, good morning, Edmond. I'm back again.
All right.
You see, when you begin to look at this country and you think back and you want to soberly reflect, you end nowhere. But as you keep inspiring us and keep opening our eyes, we are seeing a new Nigeria coming up, where everybody will rise up to contribute his quota to the economy and to ourselves. Can you imagine? In those days of our parents, my father told me that as he was leaving the university, they were giving him a job with a car attached. Those leaving Polytechnic were leaving Polytechnic, giving job with car attached. Those who enjoy Nigeria then are the people killing Nigeria now. Those who never paid school fees, those who never paid tuition fee, those who never did any of these things are the people killing this country.
John.
The big question is,
I've taken out John. He's still going back to his former point, so he's not making new points. So I won't give him enough space. I want to be brutal with the time I give. John, you are still taking us back to the same complaint. You have made that point before, and I understand it. Thank you. So as a graduate, wait for them to come and give you a car. You will drive it. You will drive it. That was then. That was their own reality. That was their reality. Yes, we've read about it. We understand it. It's not my reality. I'm not dreaming of it. I didn't come out of the university dreaming that government will give me a car. Don't give me. I want to buy my own car. Don't give me a car. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
I agree, the radio man. No. I'm sorry, I didn't.
The ball is in your court.
I want to say, because Olodo are taking up the school, and those that are not Olodo, the first thing means that this war, what is prevailing in the
Your
world,
line is not clear. If you are using hands-free, you are not...
And except you now have a good leader who can do each other that are good. Because individual cannot come out and say, if the person is not going to remove it, to do it like that, can somebody get the person removed? So we have been talking, so we have been holding program on the radio. If we've been able to remove the bad governor, no, especially we have did that. We need to do that. Who will start on the court? That both of us who are also clamoring for righteousness enjoying and be looking to. But if you are just asking that somebody should just release the government, majority of the people in this world, they are also using, they are interested, they are making gain from unrighteousness, making gain from evil. People that are celebrating this foreign president dead, but the people that believe that when they get there, they'll be able to loot their safety, get their own nationality. And that's why many of them are decamping the country. They want to escape litigation to their freedom and make sure that. So, except we have leaders. Leader is the major problem. Leader that can lead us into emancipation, into liberty, into freedom. If you don't have leader, there is no way we are going. And no individual.
Thank you. The leader will fall from heaven. If you want a good leader, fight for it. Keep changing them. You will get it. Keep changing them. Keep moving. Are we not changing the leaders? Gradually, we'll keep changing them. If you want a good leader, fight for it. The good leader will not fall from heaven. Contribute to it. Look for a good leader and champion it. Work for it. Be that good leader that you want. Be it. Campaign for it. Use your job as a teacher to be a good teacher. Fight for it. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. My name is Chisom, and I'm calling from Taraba State. Hello.
Yeah, Chisom, make your point.
Okay. I want to say that Nigerians have to understand that the complexities of Nigeria's problem as a country makes it difficult for an average person to understand, without looking at it deeply. I personally, I served here at Jalingo, and after my service, then I started my business. I'm a poultry farmer here in Taraba State. I feel like everybody has a role to play in order to make this country a productive country. Because Nigeria is not your regular Ghana or typical South Africa, or even the AES as a bloc. Nigeria is bigger than that. As a matter of fact, I think Nigeria is bigger than the three countries combined in terms of population. So I feel like even as we hold the government accountable in their own responsibilities that they have to do, we also as citizens also have our own responsibilities to do.
Thank you.
I feel like when the government has provided a conducive environment for business to thrive, I feel like the citizens then, the onus then lies on the citizens to then do their own part. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It is Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Stay tuned. Let's listen to this interview with Ismail Omikbidon. Omikbidon is the author of the book Persona Non Grata. How did the book come to take that title? You will unravel it from this story. Ismail Omikbidon on State Affairs. One thing about this book is the calmness it radiates. The front cover, the color. You know, when the front cover is calm and attractive, you ask the question, what about the title? Persona Non Grata is the title of the book. Written by Ismail Omikbidon. Look at the book here. It's a book on media, politics, and power. It's a book that takes you into Borno State, takes you to Kaduna, brings you to Abuja, then creates a residence in the National Assembly, takes you to the newsroom, and boom! You are in Osun, politics, and power. This book is authored by a former Chief Press Secretary to Adegboyega Oyetola, Governor of Osun State from 2018 to 2022. Ismail Omikbidon, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
You wrote a book on politics and power. You are a political strategist at one point. At another point, you are a reporter. At another point, the governor wants you out. By the time you look at this character of the author of this book, would you say that his actions in Borno led to the reaction of Sheriff?
With the benefit of insights and going through some of the stories I did then, I want to believe that the action of the author, gave rise to the reaction of the then Borno State governor.
Were your stories that hard on him?
It was hard. Apart from the fact that the stories were hard, the information at my disposal were information that could only be gotten by an insider. So that alone irritates him. I recall there was a particular decision he took, and in less than 5 minutes, I was calling the special advisor on media for reaction. And that one, I was told to rush to him and said, and the man was like, who is the one giving him information? And I understand somebody replied and said, Your Excellency, sir, the same way you were getting information when Kachala was governor, because it was Alimodu Sharif who dislodged Kachala. They were members of the same political party, APP at the time. Sharif was in the Senate, Kachala was the governor. But Sharif ensured that Kachala never got a return ticket on the platform of the APP, and that led Kachala to defect to AD.
How was he able to do that?
Sharif is very powerful. Then, until 2011, since his foray into politics in the 90s, he never lost any election. The first election he was going to lose was his bid to return to the Senate in 2011 after producing a successor in Kashim Shettima. But he lost that election. That was the first time he was going to lose an election. So Shettima was very powerful, and because of his access to resources, enormous, he could do and undo. In fact, as a reporter then, most people believe that, in Africa, once you do things that people believe are unthinkable, the easiest way to describe it is that maybe you are also using African magic. Because in Borno then, I was the only one who could dare the government.
You dared the government of Ali Modu Sharif, the powerful governor. You said in your book that the first of such stories had to do with the Syrics the Sun ran after the 2003 general elections, with the title, Powers Behind the Throne. When I saw the one that was done on Abia, which was about the publisher of the newspaper itself, Senator Ojus Okalu, who was the henchman in Abia State, I felt if the paper could run that kind of story on Abia, then I must not leave any stone unturned as far as exposing that of Borno. So you knew what you were going into.
I knew it, because, we're running the series then, Powers Behind the Throne. The essence was to examine how the governors were running, the state. At the time, in Abia, there was this story that the governor's mother was very powerful. And when I read the story run by the Sun, and I knew the publisher of the paper, I was like, if the Sun could run this type of story on Abia, then I must go extra mile to expose that of Borno. And at the time in Borno, Alimodu Sharif, the sister-in-law, was the Accountant General of the state. His uncle was the Commissioner for Finance. His brother was one of the commissioners. And even the party chairman had a relationship with him, So I detailed all this one after the other and how they were influencing government decisions. And I think that paper sold massively, to the extent that at some point vendors were selling the photocopy of the same paper, and that was one of the stories that made him to ask the security operatives to come after me.
But they did not come after you.
In fairness to them,
they would tell you.
Yeah, they were nice to me.
That the governor wants them to come for you.
Yes, and one of the things one of them told me at some point, there was a crisis in the University of Maiduguri. The crisis started around 12 a.m. and by 3 a.m. they had burnt some structures in the school and some shops. So I got to the scene of the incident around 6:30 a.m. and the then director of DSS, I got there before him. So when he saw me, he was like, "You are here again?" He said, "Well, if all journalists operate the way you operate, I don't think we will have issues in the state." And after the incident, he called me aside and said, "Look, on several occasions we have been asked to pick you up, but by the time we do our check, we realize that most of the stories you run, they are factual based. But how you get your information baffles us, and that is the worry of Mr. Governor. So most times when the man is agitated and he wants them to pick me up, they'll just give me information that should lie low. So sometimes I'll just take off and go to Kaduna."
Pick you up for what?
You know the way state governors use state powers, I'm sure maybe if it were now, I probably would not have survived it. Because, once they arrest you, they just go and lock you up. They can decide to prefer some charges against you, which they usually are unable to sustain. And sometimes too, the psychological trauma you suffer, because I recall when once the DSS arrested me in Kaduna, they asked me to stay in one room, only me. And for like 3 hours, I was there alone. Nobody spoke to me. Nobody told me anything. Nobody told me my offense. And it was until like after 4 hours before, I think was it the director or the deputy director now came and was saying that I did a story, and I said the governor traveled, but the governor is back. I said, when did the governor travel? When did he return? Then he challenged me on some of the facts, especially with regards to the state of the health of the governor, the then governor. And I challenged them. I said, look, let the governor publish the records of his health status. If you don't find the things I wrote about his health status in the report, then you can do whatever you like with me. Eventually, they couldn't press any charges, and they let me go.
But at this point, you were also neck deep in Borno state politics.
Yes.
So it was not just your reporting, you were playing politics.
Well, at the time I was doing the reporting, I wasn't playing politics.
But you were getting connected to the political system.
Yes, I was getting connected with the political system.
You were already meeting people like Senator Dagar.
Yes, and the only time I got involved in their political activities was after I had been declared persona non grata and my newspaper had taken me away from Borno.
Sheriff wanted you out of Borno State.
He wanted me out of Borno State, and he didn't mince words about it.
Even the presence of the MD of the Sun could not change his mind.
No, when they came in and they invited them to the government house, I joined them in their lodge. We were preparing to go, and Sheriff now sent one of his protocol men to say that they should not come with me. And that was when my deputy managing director, the late Dingba Igwe, now said, obviously the man wants to talk about you and he doesn't want you to be present. So you stay back. When we come back, we'll debrief you.
And they debriefed you?
They did.
You must leave now.
The Dingba Igwe told me that, Ishmael, that's how he calls me. He said, Ishmael, we are proud of you. Elsewhere where we go, what we hear is that journalists are being pocketed by government. But here, the governor told us everything he did to bring you closer, but that you refuse to be pocketed.
Why didn't you want to be pocketed?
Well, from day one, I don't believe in anybody who thinks his money can buy anybody and anything.
Was that?
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
have a message here. I can see a message on WhatsApp. It's a long one. And because it is hurriedly typed, I might struggle reading it. So the best thing I can do is to call the messenger. I will call. I'll call. I'm coming. I want to connect. I want to have good audio quality. All right, I've connected. Let him say it here. I'm calling him. Let's see if he will pick. Okay, he's not pick. Hello? Hello? Okay, it's having bad network. I might not be able to read the message because I will struggle with it. All right. Let me also speak to broadcasters and aspiring broadcasters listening to me this morning. Okay, let's take this call. This will be the last call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello?
I need to speak a topic. Am I on to Radio Man?
Yes, you are on to Radio Man.
Okay, so I'm Abisola Johnson, please. Can I speak on? I have the radio?
Yeah, you have the
Can
radio.
I make my point?
You have make the point.
Sorry?
I can hear you. Make your point.
Yes, concerning the topic you are discussing, I am being raised in a parent that doesn't have enough to send me to say long story short. I sent myself via NCE through Percy trading, and when I finished, I thought of what can I do for the government or for myself, because I look at it. All those that have PhD or that have PhDs, they don't have job. So I created one for myself. Here the Percy trading that I started with 11,000 naira. I realized 60,000 in less than a year. And I used that to start a private school. Now I'm an employer. So our youth of today, they don't want to work. They don't want to labor. All they needed, all they desire is soft life. And it's not helping them. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I also understand that when you have a PhD, that's also a specialized degree. You should be doing certain things if you want to follow the normal. You can create a personal lab, because I see many people saying, Edmond, I have a PhD, can I get it? I say, I can't help you get a job. I'm not ready to go and beg anybody. You can create a personal lab. Thomas Edison and co., they created their own personal labs. Like I'm a broadcaster, I have my personal lab. I am broadcasting now. I travel with my broadcasting equipment. It is mine. I bought them because I know this is a changing world. I know with internet I can be anywhere and be broadcasting. So I've invested in tools, in microphones to make life easy for me. I can broadcast from anywhere. That is the new world. I can reach a large audience. As I'm speaking to you, tomorrow I will still come on this same platform, but not on Splash, but on Facebook, YouTube, on X, on LinkedIn. I'm broadcasting. Do you know the advantage that offers to a broadcaster? I still see broadcasters telling me they are unemployed. I still get calls that I need job. Edmond, can you help me? I would say, what's wrong with you? I said, what's wrong with you? I was asking one, I said, what's wrong with you? I said, with just your laptop, you can begin to broadcast that thing you want to broadcast on Splash. With just your laptop and microphone. I said, the people you call Olodo are doing it, and yet you are calling them Olodo. They are using social media to reach millions. And you say you are a professional broadcaster. You are forming for professional. And you don't have money. You are broke. You are forming Queen's English. You can't even use your social media handle to show us that you are a professional broadcaster. Okay, you can even dance. If dancing can bring you money, my friend, dance. And then convert the money into industry. That's why you always call startup. Money comes from somewhere, you put it into something else. So to broadcasters, but this is the age where professional broadcasters should take the space. It's because you are not taking the space now. The so-called Olodos are taking the space. Come into the space. Come into social media. It is huge. And you will make money. You will make money. YouTube is paying good money. Facebook is paying money. Come and put in the content. Come and compete with the so-called Olodos. Put in content into this place. Put in content. And mind you, entertainment will always have more reach. It is a natural thing. Comedy will have more reach. But put in that work using your own platform, your Facebook, your Instagram, your X. Do something and you will make money. The money will be coming in small. You are managing it. Before you know, you can set up a terrestrial radio station if you want to. I've never loved the radio business. So I've never thought of setting up a radio station, really, until recently. And that is coming not as a commercial radio station. And it will come at the right time. It is for development purposes. But something will fund it. So we need to set up businesses that will fund it. So that you are not relying on adverts. It is the age where content is king. So if you are a professional broadcaster, come into the social media space. Let's compete with the so-called Olodos. The so-called Olodos are the new intellectuals. Accept it. And if you want to be an intellectual, come into the space and let's play. Game on. I am Edmund Obilo. Next week is another time. It is Splash 105.5 FM. The next program is Bangba Lashata with Abiodun Adewale. Thank you for being there.